dollar. Dirt and money, no soul. Had to go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack of flip for my foes. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar. Let me watch out for my partners. Keep my money long, get my team strong. Let me run away from my problems.
Yo, what's good, original groove? I had it this time.
Yeah, you did.
You didn't. I need to
Stop
doing this every time you open up your mouth. You know what I'm saying? Just keep it close.
Okay.
It's your boy DJ Nuki, your girl.
Sierra Nicole.
We're back on the channel with another
KidandC Original.
I need you to come up with some more life.
I did.
Bring it, and make it go boom. Are you ready to make it go?
What you want me to do?
All right, now do it.
KidandC Original. I can't go from that to like that.
You used to be like KidandC.
My voice is changing. KidandC Original. See, it don't sound right.
No, it do.
No, it don't.
It do, shawty.
Okay.
Hey, welcome back to the channel, man. We got something important that you've told someone, but they refuse to believe you. You got a couple of those?
No.
Quit capping, bro. You ain't never told your best friend something, and they refuse to believe you, and then later on you be like, "Told you so, bitch." She like, I do, but I ain't for no business.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Ain't nobody business.
With that being said, man, before we get into it, make sure you check out the links in the description box.
Down below.
You already know where to go, man. If you want to first support, all you got to do is check out down below. Also, every single time, man, wouldn't be us if we didn't. Salute to the comment of the day.
Salute to you.
We highly appreciate it, man. Y'all got to keep running us up every single time. But also, if you enjoyed today's video, lock it in with a thumbs up, man. We highly appreciate it. But, again, something that you've told someone that they refuse to believe you. I said, what the? My bad, y'all. I messed that one all the way up, but it's all good. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right.
What is something important that you've told someone, but they refuse to believe you?
When I was in college, I was constantly telling people that I couldn't breathe, that I felt like I couldn't take a deep breath or get enough air. And that went on for quite a while. And then one day I was at the grocery store and I felt like I was having a heart attack. So I called 911 and the paramedics got there and they didn't believe me. They said I was just having an anxiety attack because I was too young. There was no way I was having a heart attack. And I still couldn't breathe. And I was freaking out, and I was having anxiety at that point. But come to find out, after they refused to take me to the hospital, I went to the doctors on my own time, and I had a collapsed lung. So I couldn't breathe.
What is something important?
Now,
don't be looking at me like that.
Now, let me say,
don't look at me
this is
like
my story. If I could think of anything, now she brought that to my attention. She, took me back. This is my exact story. And you was like, no, you just having an anxiety attack. I'm like, no, I was not having an anxiety attack. I could not breathe. I was not able to breathe. My breath was leaving my body. And I just felt like I was just, having this
But who was there to nurse you to better?
Nurse me to better?
Mm-hmm. I was there the whole time.
Yeah, you was there, but you still didn't believe me. I could have still,
I was there right beside your side. You laid there, I was right there. Quit capping.
And still to this day, you still say I had an anxiety attack. I was just having an anxiety attack.
Yeah.
That you've told someone, but they refuse to believe you.
I got a good one for this. Stick around if you have older siblings, too. So I have an older brother who slipped on a sheet of ice when we lived in Montana. Cracked the back of his head, gave him a super severe concussion. So later on in life, when he needed glasses, nobody questioned it. Fast forward to my 8th grade year. One of my friends comes to school one day with glasses. Everybody does that thing where you try them on, and everybody's like, oh my god, I can't see anything. But then I put them on, and the world snaps into clarity. like the trees at the back of the soccer field, had leaves. Leaves! Absolutely blew my mind. I asked my friend to wear them the rest of the day. Suddenly, I could see everything on the whiteboards. I was so excited to go home and tell my mom. Anybody with older siblings know where this is going? Yeah, she told me that I just wanted to be like my brother. Fast forward to my sophomore year of high school. When they do the vision and hearing test in school, I go in for my vision test. There's a projector with a little white square on it. The person asked me, which way is the E facing? And I say, what E? They sent an official letter home. Yeah, my mom really ate her words.
What is something important that you've told someone
That
but they
happens a
refuse
lot.
to believe you?
I'm going to try to sum this up, but I'm telling it because people have actually not believed me. Basically, when I was 13 years old, my parents let me go fly alone to Turkey with a family friend who was only 15 at the time. We get on our second plane from Toronto to Istanbul. Right as we're lifting off, our tire pops and the plane shakes side to side. First, we were like, this is not too bad. Until the pilot comes on and says, we're going to have to take a 2-hour detour. I'm just watching Jupiter ascending, letting things happen the way they're happening. We were right in front of the emergency exit. We were sitting in front of the emergency exit, and the hostess was like, if you see fire, there's gonna be fire trucks, police. If you see fire, make sure don't grab anything, make your way out. She was just giving us emergency instructions. Also, our masks fell down because some lady tried to leave the plane midair. She had a fear of flight. When we were about to land, some lady in the back starts chanting, brace yourself, while we're in that position. And the whole plane chanted that as we landed. We all clapped and they gave us $20 for almost dying, which you couldn't use even anywhere. I have a video somewhere, but I don't know.
What is something important that you've told someone?
Bitch, that ain't like.
At $20, I'm gonna lose my life that I can't use.
They gave y'all $20 hush money. That's hush money,
That's
bruh.
hush money, facts.
Go use this on a meal or something.
That's
you
so whatever.
know what I'm saying? That's some hush money, bruh. Like, you don't do no hush. Y'all can at
You
least
don't do no hush money.
not no situations where my life is in.
Oh my god.
Like, we don't want y'all telling nobody about this situation. Just your next meal on nothing.
But they refuse to believe you.
So when I was like 4 or 5 years old, my mom comes to pick me up from daycare, and I tell her, I'm like, Mommy, I have a rock in my ear. And she's like, what? It's like, I have a rock in my ear. And she's like, let me see. And so she lays me down and she's looking in my ear and she's like, I don't see anything. I was like, no, Mommy, I have a rock in my ear. She's like, no, you don't. So a few months go by and I'm in the back seat in my car seat and one of her friends is sitting in the back with me. And I look at her and I go, I have a rock in my ear. And she's like, Lori, does Kayla have a rock in her ear? My mom's like, no, she doesn't have a rock in her ear. And so she's like, let me see a light. And she looks down in my ear and she's like, no, there's a rock in her ear, Lori. So they had to take me to the emergency room to get a rock removed from my ear because earwax had grown all over it because my mother did not believe me that there was a rock in said ear.
And then she said a couple months later?
Yeah, I think so. She was in the back seat with her mom was in the car
bro.
seat.
That's
crazy.
You know how much.
And you know,
damage?
because she was so young, you know, kids in their imagination.
A
and stuff
kid
like
put
that.
stuff in their nose. I put whatchamacallit in my nose before.
What?
You know, it sounds so childish, but I was a child at the time.
Yeah.
I was in I was in daycare, but you know, everybody used to have. I don't know about y'all, but everybody used to bring their own little the plastic mats that fold up little mats. But I used to pull the little foam. I pulled the foam and put it up in my nose, and I pushed it all the way up. And I think my mom's cousin had to get it out, and she had to suck it out. But it was up there stuck. Like you had to get tweezers, and you really had to work with it. But yeah, I did that when I was just. Kids do some crazy things, man. I don't think I'm ready for their patience.
Oh, God.
You gotta have a lot of patience with kids.
You ain't got it.
So, yeah, that was fun.
What is something important that you've told someone, but they refuse to believe you?
Okay, so if you know my parents, don't call them out, don't text them, don't tell them I told anyone. But in 4th grade, I had excruciating pain to the point I couldn't sleep. It was like a burning and aching. I could barely walk on it sometimes. It was so painful. I told my parents, and my mom didn't really believe me because obviously I was that child that always wanted to have popsicle sticks on her hand to have an injury, to have attention, whatever. She took me to the doctor. The pediatrician told me it was just growing pains, nothing, no big deal. 2 years later, my pediatrician goes on vacation. It also happens to be the time when my class goes on a hike. I woke up the next morning and could not walk at all. No matter how hard I tried, I could not put any pressure on my leg without it just collapsing. I'm gonna need to do a part 2. Part 2. Just to clarify, the pain started in like 3rd grade. I didn't say anything because obviously, I don't know, it wasn't that.
Bet you we get 3 parts. I bet you we get 3 to 4 parts because she already like you giving us detail we don't even need.
Yeah.
And excuse the dog, y'all. Like we recorded at a different time. He gets startled by any little sound.
4th grade, the pain happened, and then 5th grade is when we went to the doctors and my pediatrician was on vacation. The fill-in pediatrician sent me for an x-ray. No one had ever sent me for an x-ray before. My mom and I leave the hospital and he calls within 10 minutes, which I've never gotten an x-ray back that fast. And he is like, we need to have you come back. There is a tumor that is about to break your bone open in your leg. I'm like,
what the fuck?
What? So we obviously are sent to Boston Children's Hospital and I think Dana-Farber, and had all these biopsies. The tumor was removed twice. It spread to my leg, and now I've been in remission, I think, I don't even know, for a couple years. But yeah, that's why I'm crazy about my son's medical stuff. I'd rather be safe than sorry.
What is something important that you've told someone but they refuse to believe you?
That there really is an afterlife. Mediumship is real. We really do go on beyond this physical reality. This is just one of many, many realities. There's no one religion that has it all correct. And you don't need to go through one religion to get into the afterlife. And whether or not you believe in any religion or in an afterlife or not, surprise, it's going to happen anyway. I've had lots of souls come through readings that are very evidential, that never believed in anything religious, and those who come through that were incredibly religious and are surprised to be able to come through a medium. And what we do here does matter. How we interact with one another matters. How we live our life matters.
What is something important that you've told someone but they refuse to believe you?
Don't know where to start with this one because it's a catalogue of stuff I used to tell the mother figure. And I always got accused of attention seeking, but this one sticks in my mind the most. Since about the age of 8, I've been telling her and telling her and telling her, I can't see properly, everything's blurry. And I got accused of, attention seeking. And it wasn't until my first year at high school, the geography teacher noticed I was really struggling to see the board. She tackled her and said, look, if you don't take your daughter to get her eyes assessed, I'm going to organise it through the school. So I reluctantly got taken to the opticians. He assessed my eyes. I am incredibly short-sighted. And he then sat her down in the chair, put the glasses on her so that with the lenses in, so that she would see how I saw the world, and then blasted her. This child shouldn't even be crossing the road on her own. Why have you not brought it to me sooner, you stupid woman?
Ooh.
Oh yeah, that felt good. 11-year-old me was very happy that day.
The fact
She
that
said 11-year-old was having
the
a day.
doctor just called your mama stupid like that, though. Ooh, you stupid woman. God damn. That's crazy. But one of the things, like, parents most definitely, I don't understand why. It's like with the glasses thing. They don't like dealing with the glasses thing. But glasses is like, to be legit, it's like the cheapest thing you can do medical-wise to get taken care of.
Yeah.
Like, vision insurance is cheap. Yeah, going to the eye doctor is very cheap, opposed to going to the dentist and going to a medical doctor. Like, if your kids got poor vision, get it taken care of. It's not that expensive. Like, luckily, I have had glasses before, but to be real, I faked my eyes down to get glasses. I was one of them kids. I was like, man, I want some glasses. But after I got the glasses, I was getting made fun of, so I stopped wearing them. So I was just like, hey, I ain't finna be wearing my glasses like that, because at first my mom was like, wear your glasses, but I got good vision, so I'm like, I understand like why parents be like, but also you do need to just
at least still check. See, verify.
Because you never know.
Never know. So
with that being said, man, hopefully y'all can give us some story times in the comments, man. Let us know something you might tell someone, but they didn't believe you. I'm sure y'all got a lot of them, man. But with that being said, as always, y'all know how it go, man. I do go by the name DJ the Kid. This is we are y'all.
Ain't no time to kick it, got a stack of flip for my folks. Dollar.